Coming up on CityView, a guide to green. The city helps businesses become sustainable. How one man was served up a key to the city. And Austin remembers a fallen hero. Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Renee Tejas. Well, Austin Water Utility seeks to fix the leaks. The utility has launched Renewing Austin, a 5-year program aimed at updating aging pipelines, all to conserve water and keep pace with the infrastructure demands of our growing city. Renewing Austin will target those areas throughout the city demonstrating the greatest need. Areas were chosen after reviewing historical data, completing visual inspections, and testing of water lines with special acoustic equipment that listens for leaks.
Austin owns and maintains nearly 4,000 miles of water main, and a good set of that water main is aging, it's prone to breaks and leaks, and this is a commitment to a long-term investment of many, many years into our water main replacement. Our 5-year CIP envisions about 15 miles per year of water main replacement at a total cost of $125 million, and it would be our plans and hopes and expectations that those kind of investments continue and increase many, many years into the future as we create a healthy water infrastructure for the future of Austin.
And while that program aims to be more H2O resourceful, a new resource center is on the horizon. With a growing population, Austin is becoming more and more diverse. In an effort to support the diversifying population, city and community leaders recently broke ground on the long-anticipated Asian American Resource Center. When completed, the project will include classrooms, a library, an activity center, and cultural exhibitions. Construction begins in May with a slated completion date of April 2013.
Today we celebrate the groundbreaking ceremony for the Asian American Resource Center.
This is a new community cultural center for the city of Austin. It will include an assembly hall that will hold up to 600 people, 9 classrooms, some small offices.
In 2006, the council put before the voters and they approved a bond program to help make this resource center a reality.
The city of Austin has been our partner from day one. When we work with the council established a groups called the Asian American Resource Center Advisory Board.
This multipurpose center will showcase the diversity within the city of Austin while offering state-of-the-art facilities for training and development of new businesses.
Most importantly, the center will demonstrate the rich Asian culture flourishing within our community. These various Asian heritages, Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, Korean, Thai, Indian, and many more, all offer rich and vibrant traditions that add a great deal to the cultural life of Central Texas.
We expect to start construction here next month, and it'll intend to have it completed by April of next year in time for the traditional annual Asian celebrations of May.
Well, what would you say are the most green businesses in town? Well, now a new city program is helping to better answer that question. The Office of Sustainability recently launched the Austin Green Business Leaders Program, designed to support Austin businesses in their pursuit of going green. Buenos Aires Cafe, one of the founding businesses, hosted the kickoff event.
I learned about the program last year. I was actually doing a search online if there was a program or something for businesses that were trying to do green practices. I went to the website, I think, and I saw a link, and there was an email. So I emailed Mark, and he replied right back to me.
It's a voluntary free program. It's open to any local business.
We improved our recycling habits. We used to just be able to do cardboard. With the program, I looked elsewhere and a lot for other ways to recycle everything. We are composting. Most of the kitchen scraps go to our neighbors.
It works out. There's stuff they don't have to throw away, and we make compost out of it, throw it back in the garden, and we give them herbs and flowers when they need it.
All right, I have 2 chicken empanadas.
Right here.
From smart cars to composting classes, Austinites like sustainability. They care about our environment and the overall health of our city.
I believe in the program. I think it's the start of a lot of changes, and to be able to host that, it's a privilege.
To sign up or to learn more about the program, visit austintexas.gov/greenbusiness. Now it's time for the latest council update.
The pedicab industry has been growing in Austin, and the Austin City Council has taken notice. Council adopted a set of regulations for pedicab operations. They require pedicab companies to have a specific kind of liability insurance and a permit to operate. They create a zone in which the pedicabs can operate, roughly from 38th and a half Street to Old Torf and from Mopac to Pleasant Valley, and they set some specific safety standards. They prohibit pedicabs from using roads close to traffic or roads within the jurisdiction of the state, including UT and the state capitol complex. The city also included rules for pedicabs to operate within the barricaded section of 6th Street over the weekend, so pedicabs and pedestrians can coexist. No new permits for pedicabs will be issued for the next 6 months. Also, council approved a resolution asking staff to develop street markings designating pedicab staging areas. For more information, you can visit the services section of the transportation website at austintexas.gov/transportation. Council moved forward on a construction contract for the Waller Creek Tunnels outlet facility at Waller Beach. The Waller Creek Flood Control Project is an attempt to transform the Waller Creek district into a safer, more vibrant area. It calls for the construction of a tunnel to divert floodwaters from the Upper Creek Basin. The tunnel will begin in Waterloo Park, where an inlet facility and pond will take in floodwaters while simultaneously screening out trash and debris. Additional inlets will be at 4th and 8th Streets. An outlet structure will feed the water into a lagoon before it goes back to Lady Bird Lake. The outlet project will consist of building a large underground concrete water detention and sedimentation structure, wetlands area, natural lake shore restoration, trail extension, tunnel extension, and access to the lake that complies with the Americans with Disabilities Act. This roughly $13 million contract is expected to take around 2 years to complete, starting next month. Council voted to apply for and accept grant funding from the governor's office to help with record keeping at the police department. The nearly $75,000 in grant funds will allow the APD to hire some temporary employees to reduce the backlog of what's known as arrest sheets and address deceased print data. Staff estimates that the backlog of arrest sheets and deceased print data will be reduced significantly with the grant funding. And Council approved a 1-year printing contract to send the Power Plus monthly customer newsletter to Austin Energy customers with their utility bills. The newsletter will come out in English and Spanish and be available online. It will communicate information about services from Austin Energy and other City of Austin departments. More than 400,000 copies of the newsletter will go out per month at a cost of 0.6 of a cent for each of the newsletters. In all, Council reviewed 40 items at its April 12th meeting. Its next regularly scheduled meeting will be April 26th. For CityView, I'm Larry Schooler.
From the latest council update to the upcoming council election, you can learn more about each candidate, see videos from their candidate statements, or find out information about the election at austintexas.gov/vote. Early voting is April 20th through May 8th, and Election Day is May 12th. Well, in Texas, flooding is the #1 cause of weather-related fatalities, with over 70% of those deaths occurring while people are in vehicles. But these deaths can be prevented when people are aware of floodwater hazards. To get the word out, weather and safety officials held a press conference at Festival Beach in East Austin during National Flood Safety Awareness Week.
In Central Texas, we are here in Flash Flood Alley. Flooding is a common occurrence. Flash floods are destructive, powerful, and deadly.
People don't realize how little water it takes to actually move a car and sweep it off the road, and 6 inches of flowing water can actually start to move some cars. So we stress to people that if they see water over the road, save yourself, turn around, don't drown.
But when lives are threatened, Austin's first responders take action.
We're going to show you how a swiftwater boat can make a pickup of a person.
Today they demonstrated their life-saving rescue operations. Next, Travis County Starflight appeared overhead to demonstrate a swift water air rescue. This was a spectacular demonstration performed in hope that through awareness, you may never need their help.
So we'd rather come out and educate the public about the dangers of fast-moving water instead of rescuing them after the fact.
With Starflight back on the ground,
you want to see what the inside of our helicopter looks like?
Everyone got to see the inside of an emergency rescue aircraft. Also on hand were several government agencies, including the U.S. Geological Survey, demonstrating technology used to get flood data online and to the public from a network of gauges.
Calculate, discharges that we then post on the web.
To drive home the theme, Turn Around, Don't Drown, children entered their posters depicting the slogan into a contest.
The second place winner is Katia De La Rosa.
Mayor Lee Leffingwell announced the winners. These kids and their lucky parents got to ride in a swift water rescue boat.
We're hoping that we talk to the kids, get them aware, and we've had people come and tell us, yeah, I was going to do something. My kids say, Mommy, turn around, don't drown. It's common sense. Turn around, don't drown.
And while the poster winners won the boat ride, it's been a ride to fame for another Austin resident, Paul Key, as he captured one of the culinary world's top honors, the Top Chef crown. And from winning the reality show to working in the kitchen of one of his local restaurants, Eastside Kings or Uchiko, Key is on the move, and now it's official. Many doors will open for Paul as he can go anywhere in Austin. That's because he's been given the key to the city.
And so it is my honor to present, on behalf of the Mayor's Office and the City of Austin, a key to the city.
I think the secret is to just pursue what you love and just be passionate about it. I think for me, when I first started out, there was no question this is what I want to do, and I think my advice is just it's going to be a tough road, but just stay focused and be passionate about what you do.
And on a final, important and somber note, Austin lost one of its finest recently when Officer Jaime Padron was killed in the line of duty. We close now with some sights and sounds from his memorial in a city in grieving.
We've seen on video members of the Walmart team, after our officer was shot, immediately without hesitancy taking action to take that suspect and detain him. Our officers are aware of this, and I believe that that's the silver lining for us. It gives us a great sense of pride knowing that we serve people in this community that would not hesitate to put their lives on the line for this officer that gave their life for them.